missing link between. I'm losing you anyway.
No, I'm hearing
can you
you.
hear me?
Nobody's hearing you. Nobody's losing you. We are hearing you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are on the view that there is a missing link between Ghana and British Togoland Union. And we are praying that that union that our forefathers voted for in 9th May 1956, that union should be created. We have come to the
So you are not
conclusion that this problem can only be solved through a dialogue, a peaceful dialogue. We have never advocated for separation or breakaway or whatever. We are unionists. We believe in a union with independent Ghana because that is what our forefathers voted for. That is what we are asking for.
Okay, so let me understand, Mr. Mifetu. O say plebiscite na Ghana in 1957. No, I can't say about whether Transwater Togoland Baba be a part of main Ghana or not. That decision, moment they must support it. Mr. Mifetu,
come again.
Your volume, Mr. Geraldo William. Let me come to you. Say, the ultimate come boy. You can hear me.
I can hear you, please.
Your brother is saying that your group, you are not with the Papabi group
at all.
What's the name of your group?
People's Liberation Council, PLC.
People Liberation Council, okay.
Yeah.
And you say that your group, you are not taking the position of Papavi because Papavi wanted to separate himself so that we have kind of a, maybe, I don't know whether he was opting for a different state altogether.
You know, Papavi was claiming independent for West Togoland.
Okay.
And I have to make this clear to everyone to understand. West Togoland was not a colony to the British. It was a state on its own.
Okay. Under who?
Under British administration.
So but how can it not be a colony if it was under British administration?
If you think the problem was after the war in Europe, the French and the British came down to Togoland and fought the Germans over there. When they won the war against the Germans, they divided the country into two.
Okay.
And the French people took the eastern part and give the western part to the British.
Okay. So it was still under the British people.
It was not, and it was under British to take care of. It was given
under the British, so they were
administration.
Like
so they call it Togoland under British administration. It was not a colony.
Okay, fine. So fine. So if it was not a colony, there was a vote so that they. Let me break it because some people say
the vote. How this vote came out was British was about to give independence to the people of Gold Coast then, and they said they cannot take care of that colony anymore. So they come with an idea that they want to integrate that part to Gold Coast. Then United Nations said, no, you cannot do that. It's not your colony. So they sent a visiting mission to the Togoland to see what to do with the people. The United Nations and the British together decided that they have to let the people vote. And the name of that vote was called plebiscite. And in the plebiscite,
that's the 1956 one. We know that.
Yeah, and the plebiscite is a name.
You mix your language.
Let me just summarize.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something. Hold on.
The plebiscite is a name.
Mr. Geraldo, hold on. Can you mix what you are saying small with Akan, or you don't speak Akan?
I cannot speak Akan.
You cannot speak.
Sorry.
That's okay. Let's do it in English.
Okay,
so
the plebiscite is a name. And in that name plebiscite have two choices. The choice of the people is to be in union with the independent Gold Coast if they become Ghana, or to wait and have their own independence.
Okay.
On freedom.
And they voted what?
The people voted for the union.
Okay.
And this union was never established up to today.
What do you mean by the union? Explain that. What do you mean by the union?
For the union, let me put it this way. For now, we are speaking in US. A passport cannot take you to US without visa. So the people voted for the union. A union have to sign an agreement between these two states. Then the people in the union will know their right and privileges to be in union. Did the people of Togoland have their right, know their right and privileges in union together with Ghana? The question is no. What we are seeing today is integration.
Okay, so are you saying that so that this thing, the plebiscite was not lawful, it was irrelevant? Because now everybody in that territory that you said was part of the union but not Ghana. Let
me show you. Yesterday was 9th May 2023. And on the 9th May 1956, here is the document where the people voted for on the 9th May 1956.
Okay.
And they have their choice.
Mr. Gerardo, you know what? Take it slow and explain it again, because somebody is telling me it's very confusing. There's a gentleman, Richard Mate, Hubert Sky. He says it's very confusing. That's
on the 9th May 1956.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, let me put it this way because time is going. On the 9th May 1956, the people of Togoland voted for the plebiscite. This document is from the United Nations.
Hello, Mr. Gerardo.
Yeah, hello.
I'm listening to you.
To be in union.
Mr. Gerardo, you have to change your position because I think your internet is a problem for us. There's a gentleman, Ronnie Thompson, says, Bimle, do you see why people are blaming journalists that you are part of the problem in this country? We have been in this country for 3 years after the election. We never heard of Western Togoland people. You have seen that we are getting close to elections and you are bringing them part of. If you have not heard about them, that's you need free SHS, so you people. Western Togoland issue here has been here. My papa you cry a channel. They charge him with treason, took him to court. The matter is still pending in Ghana court. You people don't read. You are the ones who go and watch Agrada. Then you are here blaming journalists.
Hello.
That you didn't hear. You didn't hear because you close your ears. You have put banshee in your ears. How can you hear news? You have put this thing stick in your ears. You are now hearing of Western Togoland. You mean all this while when this Togoland issue was going on, you didn't hear one thing. You didn't read. You need free SHS to read. Instead of watching Agrada and a Fiasua beef. You need education. It's serious. If you don't read things, you are blaming the media. This is important. These are citizens of Ghana. So if they have concerns, they have every right to express their concerns. Mr. Gerardo, welcome again. But Mr. Mifetu, you have to open your volume so that you can hear me when I speak. Okay? You have to open it. So, Mr. Gerardo, explain again. Because what everybody read in school when they were in JHS was that in 1957, in 56, there was a vote called the plebiscite. And that vote was, the offer was given to all those who were in that Togoland area to decide by vote whether they will be part of Ghana or not. And they voted that they want to be part of Ghana. That is what everybody studied in JHS. Explain that issue again. Start from the top.
Vim lady. So I would like to make it clear. Maybe some people may not be happy. But the fact, I'll try to put it out. Because in Ghana, insincerity becomes like a law for everyone. And we are now seeing the result of insincerity today in that country. We are feeling it. We are seeing it. And it's difficult for us to dig that root out. Number one, we have to find a way to bring it out.
Okay. Go ahead.
Togoland, or people of Togoland have voted in the 9th May 1956 to be in union with.
They voted to be a union. Okay, go ahead.
Political union with Gold Coast if it becomes independent.
Okay.
After the vote, the union won. But up to today, the union was never established. If you talk about that, the politicians.
So the politicians don't want you to talk about the union, eh?
No, when you talk about the union, they have their own name for it. They call it, you want to succeed, succession, criminal.
Okay, but Mr. Gerardo, once Ghana became a republic, or once Ghana attained independence, you said that the people were they voted to be part of a union, and the union was supposed to be part of Ghana after independence. So now that Ghana became independence in 1957, was there relevance for any union again?
Yes, of course.
Explain that to me.
Because British give independence to Ghana. If you go and look for Ghana Independence Act, you can see that the Act of Ghana is for the Gold Coast.
Okay.
A Gold Coast becomes Ghana.
Okay.
And the Togoland becomes what?
Okay, so I'm understanding you. So the contract between the British was for Gold Coast. And at the time Gold Coast was Gold Coast, British Togoland was not part of Gold Coast. So technically, there was no contract between for the independence and Togoland. That I'm understanding you now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Togoland was on its own. And Gold Coast was on its own.
Okay.
So they decided to be together through this plebiscite. But our politicians decided to hide behind this name plebiscite, always using the name plebiscite, that the people voted for the plebiscite. And if you go behind the plebiscite, there's two things the people voted for. To be in union with independence Gold Coast or no. And the union won the day.
So, Mr. Gerardo, you know the young generation, they don't understand your struggle. So right now, what do you want? They want to understand.
No, the government of Ghana have to be fair with its citizens. Explain it to the people that look, these people, they are not part of us. They voted to be part of us. They voted to join us. You know, if you have a shop and your sister also have a shop and you decide to put this shop together, I think you come to an agreement. One way or another.
Yes.
Here is Togoland. There's no any agreement between Togoland and Gold Coast or Ghana today.
Okay. Mr. Gerardo, again, let me come back to you again. The young people are sending messages and they are still struggling to appreciate where you are coming from. So they say that now we have one Ghana. The place that was identified as British Togoland is now part of Ghana. If you look at the 1992 Constitution, it says in, I think, Article 2, the territories of Ghana. That area is now recognized as a territory of Ghana. So what do you want again?
It's not recognized as a territory of Ghana at all.
So where is it now? The
Independence Act talk about Ghana territory, not about Togoland territory.
Not about the Independence Act. I'm talking about 1992 Constitution now. That is governing Ghana.
1992 Constitution. Look, let me tell you, 1992 Constitution is different thing. Look, for example, you cannot tell me your father was born, your grandfather was born 100 years ago, and he's still alive. So he doesn't need birth certificate.
Okay. So Mr. Gerardo, so right now, what do you want? You want independence from Ghana or what?
We don't want independence. Our forefathers did not voted for independence.
Okay.
They voted to be in union, and we want that union to be established.
So what do you so I don't know. So now there's a president in charge. There's President Akufo-Addo. What do you want him to do?
Did you listen to President Akufo-Addo's speech on the 6th March at home?
What did he say about the union? What did
the people of Volta region, OT, and part of North region. But the president was not sincere to the people of his country. Okay. He must say the people of Togoland.
That's the language he must use.
That's the language he must use. But he's so funny to use the word the people of the Volta region, OT, and part of North region. So you can see that he's not sincere to
But
his people.
explain that to me again. What did the president mean when he was mentioning OT and
Because
all?
the Volta regime is not our name.
Okay.
It's our nickname.
Oh, I see.
OT was not our name. Mr. Akufo gave that name OT recently.
Okay.
We are the people of Togoland, British Togoland.
Okay, so you want Ghana government to change, to establish or enact a law that will remove the name Volta region, OT region from there and bring Togoland.
No, we are not. Name has nothing to do. You can name it anyhow you want.
Okay, so
but the union have to be established. That was what they promised. That was what they promised our forefathers.
Okay, Mr. Jarado, between the union and development, what do you want? Because look, there's a young man.
Let me tell you, I want a union more than the government. Because when I have my union, I know I'm with you. I have my rights and I know my rights and privileges. You cannot point your finger at me and say you are from Togoland, you are from here. Kill him, do this to him. No. I'm free man.
Mr. Jarado, say that again and explain further. You don't want development. You want.
I don't want development. I want my union. Look, let me tell you, we are living in a country whereby passports have more value than a birth certificate. It's a problem. A passport have value more than birth certificate. That have to tell me something. Insincere. So the youth of now have to keep out. What we are doing, we are not doing only for the Togoland people. We are doing it also for Ghana. Because if this Togoland matter will end, this should have ended for a long time. Okay. 67 years today, it's still coming on and say something that started yesterday. It's alarming.
Okay. So what do you want to tell the president right now?
The president Akufo have to seek the president of the country and call the people down and find a way to settle this matter once and for all and give the people what they voted for. The people did not vote to be annexed to Ghana. No. They did not. They voted
I'm still struggling to understand.
No.
So if the union comes,
when you go into history, Zanzibar and Tanzania, they join the union and they come together, join their name and form a country called Tanzania. If we are in union with Gold Coast, we should have joined the name and have a name not Ghana.
What
so
name?
the people of Togoland are now like underwear, and Ghana is on top of them.
Okay.
Is that a union?
So the young people want me to ask you, before I bring in Mr. Solomon Kansa, they want me to ask you that if the union comes, what benefit will it be to them? Because they are from Volta. And now you are saying that the union, Togoland union is better than development.
The union comes in uniform. I cannot say it now unless we sit down together, sit Ghana government, discuss what type of union are we going to put together. I live in Europe and we are in union. Britain is in union also with Scotland and others. Union brings a lot of developments. If Ghana is in union with Togoland, what is going on today in Ghana will not be going on like that. Because the other people will check me.
And you think Parliament is not doing the check that is doing?
No. Because it's not union parliament. It's NDC parliament. So if we are saying that fix the country, we can fix the country, but it don't work. Unless we fix the union, we fix the country.
Okay.
Our fundamental problem today in Ghana is Ghana we have from the one the people voted to join us. Did we fix it? No. Let me tell you what I'm from there. A chief told me when last time I was in Ghana, may he so rest in peace. their fathers or our forefathers against Kwame Nkrumah and Ghana, that Ghana will never have peace. Never until they sign this agreement. Did you know why? On the 4th March 1957, the people of Togoland asked Kwame Nkrumah to freeze this union. Do you know what Kwame Nkrumah did? They put soldiers into Bando, Hohwe, Ho, all those areas, chase them out. Those they can arrest, they arrest them. Those they can kill, they kill them. Those can put in prison. Some of them ran to the other side of Togo. Those who are not chiefs, Kwame Nkrumah put them to become chiefs. Kwame Nkrumah just ran over them.
So now you are blaming Kwame Nkrumah for the failure to
Kwame
do the...
Nkrumah is a political criminal to me.
Hey!
Yes.
Mr. Jahado, this is a dangerous statement too. Kwame Nkrumah is a political criminal.
He sold Togoland to Ghana.
He sold Togoland to Ghana.
He stole it. He did not sign the agreement. He chases the forefathers away because they want to sign agreement to him. So he's a political criminal. He must do the right thing.
Okay. Mr. Jahado, before you go, anything you want to say? Because a lot of the young people in Volta are still struggling to understand you. Even they said that you should be worried about the MPs from Volta region, that they have come to Accra and joined in Accra, and they are not helping the people in Volta region. They are not bringing development in Volta region. They are not pushing government to bring development in Volta region. But instead of fighting for development in Volta region,
the government of Ghana have put a strategy down against the people of Togoland, and the youth will not understand it. What are you? There is no factory, there is no work. You can only go to school. When you finish, you come to go and work. If there's a work there, you will develop, you do something, and try to act for your right.
Okay. And that is why people are asking their own people, your own children,
because
and why are you not fighting the MPs and government? Why are you worrying yourself about union?
The MPs will not fight for you. The people of Volta region of Togoland have to fight for this union to see it materialize.
Okay.
Because when you have the union, then you get the benefit of the union, then you have the development of the union.
Okay.
But when you say you need the union and you want a development, you are trying to kill a snake without cutting the head. You know, we are not saying we are going to fight Ghana, we are going to do this or that. No, we are not radical. Look, lady, there's a lot of documents here. There's one there. How the plebiscite means, to explain it for you here. All these documents you cannot see in Ghana. No, not in our schools.
Mr. Jahado, you know, people are worried that all this that you are saying is past issue, is history, is gone. We should focus on the development of Volta region. You yourself have said that there's not being one factory in Volta region. Why should we not push government to establish more factories in the region, create more jobs for the young people there? Why are you worried yourself about a union that is not, the young people don't even understand your own region?
It's not about a young people.
Oh, okay.
It's not about an old people too. It's about the rights of the people.
Okay.
Human dignity. Give what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar.
Okay.
If about history, nobody will be talking about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah today.
Okay. Mr. Jahado, let me thank you and go to Isolo. I don't know. We have a long way to go in terms of explaining this to the young people from the region, because they are the ones who are sending me messages and asking about the relevance of that. The lawyers have a term that they use, that when the matter is moot, the issue has already been dealt with. Ghana has gained independence. We are now a bona fide country. We became a republic in 1960. So this issue taking us back to 1956 is moot. It's a matter that is not relevant.
Did you listen to the president said on the 6th March that these people voted to join after they voted, after 1 year before Ghana got independence. Ghana independence was not given together with Togoland. No, only Ghana.
Okay, Mr. Gerardo, let me thank you. Let me thank you and go to let me thank you. Thank you for making your point. But there's a gentleman, Kwesi Boachi. He wants you to retract your description of Nkrumah as a political criminal. He said you should retract it because Nkrumah, even if he has not done anything at all, he gained independence for us. He said you should retract it.
Nkrumah, let me tell you one thing. Why I say so? Before the
you have already said it. But
no.
was not charged before any court. Nkrumah was not charged before any court. There was no proper charge preferred that, so he wasn't a criminal. A criminal is a person who has been convicted.
Okay, I withdraw it. But I may say Dr. Kwamika was insincere, was not sincere to the people of Togoland.
That's a fair comment. That is fair. Okay. So, Mr. Boachi, also I redraw. See, Nkrumah was not a criminal. He's insincere. So, Mr. Gerardo, let me thank you. Let me thank you for. He said this is the 9th. Yesterday was the 40 years, or what? The 60th.
67 years.
67 years anniversary. Okay, of the plebiscite. Okay, thank you. Let me bring Solomon Kansa. Mr. Kansa, good evening.
Good evening, Fia.
Mr. Kansa, oh, doom so baby, I want Nana.